The following is the transcript of a conversation between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. 23rd December 2020, South America. Me. I go for a walk by the cosmic waste of the south. I step on the region, more vegetal, of the wind and of the light. I feel as I walk all the skin of America on my skin, and there walks in my blood a river that releases in my voice its flow. Sun of high Peru, face Bolivia, tin and solitude. A green Brazil kisses my chilly copper and mineral. I ascend from the south to the bowels of America in total, a root of a cry destined to grow and explode. All voices all hands all blood can be song in the wind. Sing with me, sing, American brother, release your hope with a cry in your voice. I am. America's body in your skin. Me. On my skin. Today the teachers reminded me of this song, Canción con Toros, and made me sing it, and a cry said, Noka Inca Pachacunen. Their voices made me feel all over the Andes from south to north. I had never felt South America so much in me. I was born in South America, but I never felt like I was there. I am. Why? Me. I don't remember any life on that continent. It's my first memory there. It's the first time I've stepped on this continent in my entire history on Earth. I have always been in Africa, the Middle East, Asia, feeling that I have once gone through Oceania and North America, but mostly I have been in Europe. South America and Antarctica are the two I had never set foot in, and in this life I was not only born in one of them, but I have been able to visit both. I am. It has its logic. Me. What? I am. It's the first time in history that you're born in South America. Me. Why? I am. Because you must see it with the eyes of the new time. Your link with this continent must be clean of the preconceptions of the past or of feeling rooted. Otherwise your mission would be with personal intentions, with the perspective of those who defend or live for their own. But it's not how you feel about South America. Beyond being born there, you look at the continent from afar, with another perspective, not of the one who is proud of his land, but of those who observe it with its potential and its defects. Me. Yes, justly. I know that my mission of life is there, in Argentina, in the South American people, but my being reminds me that I must look at him from the other continents, to unite the people from another place. I always felt a little weird to think that I felt almost a deserter, as if, even knowing that my mission is there, I chose to leave, to move away, feeling that when I left the continent, I did it to return home instead of leaving it. I never missed Argentina. I never missed any South American place, and yet my whole being feels a great responsibility and duty to this continent. I am. South America is one of the three powers of the Americas. The three tectonic plates of North, Central, and South America move as one sacred trinity, the eagle, the quetzal, and the condor, with their three eyes, which replicate the great constellation of Orion from north to south. Salt Lake, Utah, Lake Cocibolca, Nicaragua, and Lake Titicaca, Bolivia, Peru. We tend to see the world from north to south, taking Antarctica as the base, because our vision is human and not divine. Instead, when we see the world from the vision of the spirit, everything turns upside down. It all begins with the Antarctic crown, and from there descends to the third eye consciousness in Titicaca, key center of the entire continent. Me. Today I felt how Kundalini for the spirit is exactly contrary to what we usually activate. If for a human or living being the vital force arises from the root chakra, lighting the fire to transmute the being into the spirit, for this the journey is reversed, lighting its fire as the divine light, in the full consciousness of Antarctica, and descending through the vision of South America, ending its journey in Africa after passing through all the continents. Spirit descends into matter in this way, from crown to root. I am. So to look for that heaven on earth, you have to contemplate the depth of material things instead of visualizing celestial things in the distance. Your mission in South America speaks of a new vision, of enabling Antarctic information to be manifested in reality. The task of every conscious being is to fully experience the spirit in matter, here and now, in the temple of the body, and this requires a change of vision. Therefore, the task of a new time, guided from the full consciousness of the I Am, can only occur from South America. However, the earth is a body, and the eyes do not function without the help of all other organisms. That is why you do not look proud to be South American, because that would make you think that the eyes are more important than the rest, when they are supported thanks to the other organs. You can't see clearly if you don't nourish yourself well, if you don't breathe well, if you don't digest well, if you don't feel good. Me. Many times I have heard that South American pride that I have not felt in other continents. Perhaps it is something that tries to unite a people that was subdued in its entirety in a very short time of history, only 500 years. And only 200 years ago have they gained independence, led by almost the same people in every country. Except for Brazil, the rest of the countries were led and liberated by only two people who promoted independence, San Martin and Bolivar. Of course, Paraguay, Uruguay, have had their own histories different from the others in relation to their independence, as well as the Guianas and Suriname, which in a way remain colonies to this day. Perhaps this recent story has somehow brought people together because they have the same parents, even though we are all so different. Excluding the Guianas, Suriname, and Brazil, we all speak the same official language, which unifies us as a great nation divided into different states. But at the same time, this nation is fragmented by the history of the original peoples, who still claim in many cases the freedom of their nations with all rights. Today I felt several ancestors speaking in their tongues, saying firmly that soon they must all be summoned to meet again, south, north, and center, in a communion to start again. Eagle, Quetzal, and Condor must fly together again, and in this new era of Aquarius, the air will allow them to take flight and their voices to feel high. I am. South America is a people with deep roots. Its natives were the first to arrive and settle on the farthest continent, and the last to be conquered. In relation to the history of the earth, South America has been the habitable continent that has been populated by humans the shortest. Its roots, then, are pure. Its consciousness is cleaner in nature. There is not as much weight as in other continents, because its greatest pains and traumas do not exceed 400 years. Me. Despite its ancestral wisdom, it is a young territory. I am. That from its past, it can create a future. Europe, Asia, and North America have had a long history of adaptation that has forged their ways and structures in the long term, making their historical flexibility an inflexible and systemic quality. Oceania has largely lost its ancestral force subdued by Europeans. Africa has succumbed like Asia to the great monotheistic religions and imperial powers. But despite the subjugations experienced in South America, they have not lasted long enough to kill the ancestral spirit, which remains flexible among nations. That is why your mission is there, because by recognizing the power and consciousness of the world, you must return to South America and unite the roots to connect them with the branches in the great tree of life. There is the vision of the third eye, the awakening of consciousness that will resurface in the age of Aquarius, opening the doors for the spirit to manifest itself again in matter. Me. When I toured Chile, Peru, Bolivia, Uruguay, and Argentina on the Way of the Great Woman in 2012, I could feel in each square I went to the unity between the peoples collaborating as one in transforming that vision. In 2017, traveling all the Andes to Central America, I realized that I crossed this entire land without consciousness, as if I wanted to leave there, because I was not aware of what it would mean to me. Although I have never lived there and no emotional bond binds me to this continent, we do share the same thing, consciousness, the third eye, the expansion of vision. My mission is on this continent, and I know that when I return, I will go through it with different eyes, because now I know who I am and what my mission is there. I am. South America must guide the light of the new consciousness, promote the awakening of the nations to the new systems of Aquarius, in which the new unites with the ancestral, in which the spirit lives in peace with matter, in which the natives and their networks once again have a word like the children of the future. That will be the South America re-evolution of the new age of Aquarius. When you come back, you will see them with different eyes. You will recognize yourself in them. You will go to the last of the silver beaches, where the lighthouse at the end of the world will light the Tierra del Fuego, illuminating the creative force of Father and Mother in Patagonia. Ascending through the volcanoes and fjords of the south, you will be the condor of the Andes, observing the cosmos from the great eye in the rock of the Puma, singing to each tree of the Amazon as you caress the grasslands of the Pampas, crossing the equatorial bridge towards the trinity of the great Colombia, the triune flame of transmutation that warms the Caribbean. For to be the consciousness of this world, you must see through the eyes of the continent that it embodies. Me, I must say, I am South America, and so I will be the consciousness of the world. I am. You are all cells of the earth. You must all remember the strength of the mother who lives in you. When you remember that this continent is not of the South American countries, but of every living being that seeks the awakening of the new time, then you will be able to see with the eyes of the Pachamama. Feel all the skin of America on your skin. Become this continent and release the flow of this new Nile. The Amazon and the Paraná hope to resurface in the consciousness of every human. Me. I know that my home is not South America, it is the earth, and to return home is to remember the vision I see. By becoming the vision is that we can lead in balance, where black and white become gray. Egypt will say, with the strength of Africa, the first mother, will invite us and summon us to become South America, the new mother, who will make us open our eyes to a new reality. I am. Become South America, and you'll be able to see everything. Me. I open my vision. I am the eyes of the earth. I am. And your eyes will shine like lighthouses that will guide new time. Me. I am the light.